Some say it's a cardinal sin. Some say it's no big deal. But let's be honest, a poo stance is not an aspirational stance. You know it when you see it, or feel it. Knees too bent, too far apart, bum hanging low. You look like you're about to go. In today's episode, we're talking about why it happens, what it means, and how to fix it, without losing your stoke or dignity. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. It's not a pretty sight, is it? You can observe a poo stance in its purest form when watching first-time learner surfers in the whitewater. And honestly, I would not expect anything less. Or is it expecting anything more? Why? I'll tell you for why. Do you remember your first lesson? I do. And how much time your instructor dedicated to showing you how to pop up? I bet you they didn't spend much time on how to actually stand after you've popped up. That's because some instructors guarantee you will pop up during your first lesson. No one guarantees that you will not look like you're just about to go number 2 once you've popped up. Before we indulge in the fixage of your poo stance. Now, we do all know how to stand on the surfboard, right? Feet at shoulder width apart, both feet should be placed in the middle of the board. If your board has a stringer, it should cut your soles in half. If you're regular, your left foot will be the front foot. If you're goofy, your right foot will be the front foot. Your front foot is going to be at about a 45-degree angle, and your back foot is going to be pretty much perpendicular to the stringer of the board. Your front knee is facing forward and your back knee is not going all squatty and out, but slightly in. Core, engaged, chest, proud, arms relaxed over the rails of the board, and we're looking where we're going. I was going to make this clever analogy between a surfing stance and a fighting martial arts stance, but I'm afraid that this is going to confuse things since the feet placements differ majorly. Oh, to hell with it. I'll do it anyway. Have you ever watched Enter the Dragon or Karate Kid or Bloodsport or Kickboxer or any other martial arts movie for that matter? And heroes in these movies are always so nimble and fluid and ready to kick Dolph Lundgren in the face. He's the actor from the 80s playing token baddies at the very beginning of his career. But Suze, I don't get it. Why do you even bring up the martial stance if it's a power and stability stance, and surfing stance is all about balance and flow? 3 reasons. One is that in both stances, your knees are bent, but not locked. There's movement allowed, damn it. And 2, it's about the expectation. In martial arts, the stance is the very beginning of a fight, or kata, which is a structured sequence of movements that you usually perform solo. And it's surfing. The stance is not the end of your pop-up, it's the beginning of a ride. And that ride is all about movement. And reason number 3. As a former Kyokushin karateka, this comparison helps me personally. Plus, I just love bringing up the 80s martial arts movie references. Thank you for indulging me. Okay, back to fixing your poo stance. You pop up and you forget everything I've just told you about a proper stance, right? You're immediately trying to overcompensate for balance. You're locking yourself into a rigid position instead of flowing. You are frozen, ready to defend yourself when you need to be ready to attack. You see? I knew I needed that martial arts stance analogy for a reason. Here's how we're going to fix it. And you should practice this on land. First, foot placement. Make sure both feet are centered on either side of the stringer. Just tape 2 crosses on the floor slightly wider than shoulder width and practice landing your pop-up. You can step into your pop-up if jumping is too much. Now, back knee is in, not out. Think, pull it under you, not squat wide. Lead with your back knee. Point it where you want to go. It helps recenter your weight and reduces that saggy bum effect. Now, square your body. Keep your shoulders perpendicular to the board. This helps your back knee naturally pull in and keeps your stance compact. Now this is a funny one. When they say in the gym, engage your core, tug the pelvis, I immediately feel like I want to puke from overthinking it. But then I heard someone call it pushing the bush. And it all made sense. So just do that. As for arm position, just keep both arms loosely in front, like you're about to signal, and what do you want me to do about this? And loosen up. You can foam roll or stretch your hips and quads if they feel tight. Final thought. Don't overthink it in the water. Surfing is feel first always. There are some pro surfers like Sally Fitzgibbons or Gabrielle Medina who look very boxy on their boards with their almost poo-like stance, but they're still super fluid and tension-free. If it works for you and you're progressing, all good then. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipe Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipe Weekly.